Hi, my name's Luke, welcome back to PhotoBite, and today we're looking at the Sennheiser MKE 440. Let's get into it. So the MKE 440 is currently recording my voice right now, hence why it's not in my hands. But obviously with the B-roll you'll see what I mean. It works through the way that the V sits of the two cardioid microphones. It picks up what is actually in between them at about a 45-degree angle. Also, I'm guessing because Sennheiser don't actually tell you the angle, they just say it matches up to a 50mm frame, so whatever that means. Maths, I guess. But mainly what it does is it focuses on everything in front of it, ignores everything outside of it, so it gives you better audio for your videos. So what they've done is, rather than opting for hypercardioid, which is a very direct type of microphone, they went with cardioid, which has a much wider area, and they've used two so that they focus inwards on the subject in front of them, and it is equivalent to different focal lengths of cameras. See that? If you're wearing headphones, you'll be able to tell I went from your right to the left, and you could hear it moving. I can even do this. So is this designed for movie sets? No, this is not designed for movie sets. This is designed for content creators and those who want to take audio to the next level. This is also a very good one for musicians as well, so if you're playing guitar or you have other instruments or you're doing a little set, mainly acoustic I would assume, that would give you better clarity for your instruments rather than it just sounding like one big giant mess. It also helps kind of give you direction of where the sound's coming from, which can add a bit more of an immersive experience for your listeners and viewers. And if you want to see a bit more about what this microphone can do, or you want to hear how it sounds, I would recommend checking out the PC build video that I did, because I recorded all of my takes using the MKE 440. So this is incredible, and of course you can carry on listening to this video because, again, I'm using the microphone. But right now, let's dive into the tests. So this is the test video with the Rode Video Micro. You may be able to tell there's a bit of a slight difference. We're still in the same position. I haven't touched any other settings in the camera itself, so this is just a quick hot swap to see what it can actually do. Obviously I'll be hearing it in playback eventually once I do the edit, but you know, off the point of things, this is about a 50-pound microphone, so bear in mind you're looking at a 300-pound microphone, which was the MKE 440, to a 50-pound microphone. It could be apples and oranges to people who are listening between the two, but if you're an audiophile, I'm sure you've already picked up on a few things that you can tell there is a big difference straight away. So now this is with the Sennheiser Xs System, and as you can see there is quite a bit of a difference. For one fact, it's a bit more finicky getting it set up because the microphone is underneath me, so you've got two parts. You've got the receiver that needs to be wired up, and you've also got the actual onboard microphone itself. Now, I've been okay with using these. The only issue is when you're outside, just the slightest breeze will trigger it, as you can tell from that. So you do have to get like a little wind muff, which, you know, it's very obvious when you're wearing it, but it's also quite a pain if you accidentally cover it up, or even if you just tap it. It can be very annoying for the user. So I found it's a very restricting type of microphone. The quality is very good, but again, I just find it too restricting when I'm using it. But nonetheless, whilst I've got the MKE in my hands, I just want to cover a few things about this microphone here. So one thing that I don't like is this. Way too loose. It dangles too much, it's a bit too long. Maybe they're thinking on using it on bigger cameras or something, but not a fan. Other things I'm not too keen on is actually the end bit that plugs into the camera. I don't know if it's just this particular model or this unit actually, but when I plug it in, sometimes it doesn't go in all the way. So I've been recording things, I need to find out later that it was actually the camera that was recording it and not this. Boo. As someone who uses basic microphone systems, especially coming from a Rode Video Micro that has no buttons on it or power, so I have to remind myself to turn it on. One bonus is that it does light up green so that you can actually see when it's on, when it's off. Also for sound, you've actually got 3 different levels, so you've got low, medium and high, and that bases you on sensitivity. So if you're in a loud environment, you dial it down. If someone's talking, if they're a loud talker, put it in the middle, and if they're a very quiet talker, then you put it all the way up to the top. And lastly, if you got any rumbles, you can cut it out with a low cut setting as well. So things like traffic or just a hum, that can be cut out using that switch. And overall, not a bad piece of kit. It's metal on the outside as well, so it's very robust. They do actually have a system built inside that balances the mic so that when you do knock it, they don't shake and, you know, sound horrible like that. So it's a nice little feature, especially when you're walking around. Another very impressive thing about this is the fact it has a 100-hour battery life and will still perform even when it's on low battery, which is what I thought microphones did anyway, but apparently they don't, so the more you know. So back to the MKE 440, so you can probably see a slight change. Is this a good microphone? Yes, I personally really enjoyed using it. It's a very unique design, but it gets the job done, although I do need to get it a windshield, so one of the dead cats, because it doesn't come with one in the box, which is very annoying because it's one of those things that you need when you go outside. Otherwise, it just sounds like and it's very, very unpleasant, and it makes editing an absolute nightmare. So yeah, for £300, this is a very advanced microphone. Should people be buying it? I think so, but the price is kind of outside there. Rode has kind of absorbed most of the content creators from what I've seen, but Sennheiser is definitely making some ground, and they are definitely ones pushing audio quality, so they are worth keeping an eye out for, and also worth investing in their products. We've been using Sennheiser systems pretty much from day one, with every now and then using a Rode Video Micro, but to be honest with you, in the terms of content creation and the way that YouTube plays with videos and audio, it can boil down to just personal preference, and quite frankly, that's kind of what sound has come to now, but you shouldn't take that for granted. You should always make sure you've got a good quality microphone, and I'm just saying that the Sennheiser MKE 440 is a very viable solution for all your audio making needs. That's my review of the MKE 440. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, my name's Luke, this is Photobite, and we'll see you next time.